Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Chum here, and today, once again, you guys can see we're jumping back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links PvP, and this time, we're using a fun Dragonic Knights deck. Now, this deck isn't the most amazing deck in the world, but I've been using it to climb up out of the low ranks, because I started the season in Silver, due to my lack of play last season, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, so just before we hop out of Gold, I want to give this deck a try on video, and see how well it does, and see if you guys enjoy it. Either way, guys, let's jump into the deck overview. If you guys already know what the cards do or don't really care too much, you can jump to the duels by skipping to the timestamp in the top left-hand corner. Otherwise, let's jump straight into it, and I guess we'll start off with our big heavy hitter. So the first card we have here is White Knight Dragon. It's a new card from the most recent box, Visions of Ice, I believe it's called. It's a level 8 dragon with 3000 attack, 2500 defense, so pretty much blue eyes the stats, but it has an effect. So during either player's turn, when a spell or trap card that targets this card is activated, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Now, this is pretty incredible, like instant negation of any spell or trap cards that target this card, but be warned, you don't get to choose, it happens regardless, so you cannot target this card with your own effects. If you try and equip a card to this, it will destroy it, so be warned of that. Now moving on, when another face-up monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can send one spell/trap card you control to the graveyard to change the attack to this card. Now, that is super cool because a lot of people kind of like to attack into our weakened monsters, which you guys will see in a minute, and usually these weakened monsters have an equip card, so if you want to protect those weakened monsters, simply send that equip card to the graveyard, which is where you want it to be, and then let White Knight Dragon take the attack and more often than not destroy the opponent's monster. So very, very cool stuff. I'm really enjoying this card. I mostly threw it in here just for fun because I pulled a foil one or a glossy one, but it's actually really good. Then moving on to the next dragon in our deck, we have Archbrave Dragon. Now this guy is super important for the engine of this deck. So first of all, let's read its effect. If this card is summoned from the graveyard, you can banish as many face-up spell or trap cards your opponent controls as possible, and if you do, this card gains 200 attack and defense for each card banished. Now, it's a pretty powerful effect, it's a great boosting effect, and of course, if you're going up against the annoying C-Stealth attack combination, you're able to banish both the field spell and C-Stealth attack, and they can't be protected by SSA's effect, so you're pretty much set there, and of course, you're going to get a nice little boost. However, that's not the main effect that we're going for. The effect that we really care about is the second effect. Once per turn during the standby phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there last turn, you can target one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster in your graveyard except Archbrave and special summon it. So this card is one of our main special summoning engines for this deck in order to get out our big boy White Knight Dragon, and of course, as you guys can see here, our Blue Eyes White Dragon as well. And of course, we're running this card at 2. You probably could get away with only running 1, but I feel like having 2 is pretty convenient, which means you can kind of recycle its effect without having to get it out of the graveyard, which can be a little bit difficult. Then moving on, we have some other amazing cards. It's our, I guess, our warrior lineup. So first of all, we have Guardian of Felgrand. This is like the original Felgrand support we got. When this card is normal or special summon, you can equip one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster from your hand or graveyard to this card, and this card gains attack and defense equal to half of the attack and defense of the equipped monster. Now, like I said, most of our weakened monsters are going to have equip cards, so this guy can equip pretty much any of our dragons to give him a boost, and if he has a Blue Eyes or White Knight Dragon, he's going to go to 2000 attack, so pretty powerful stuff. His only weakness is that he can't search one from the deck. It has to already be in the graveyard, which if it's there we want to special summon it, or in the hand, which, I mean, it's a decent unbricking effect because we don't really need these cards in hand at all, so he goes alright. Now moving on, you can tribute one monster and this card, and then target one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So this guy is one of our other summoning mechanics, and usually you want to go for the big boys. However, if you have already used your Archbrave charge, don't be afraid to pick up Archbrave again, as long as you have more dragons in the graveyard you can target, because Archbrave is pretty good. Of course, you can get his banish effect, and when he goes back to the graveyard, you can get the special summon once again. Now moving on to what I think is the most important level 4 monster in this deck, and that is Dragon Knight of Creation. Increase this card's level by 4 during your opponent's turn only. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can send one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard. So this guy's one of the best ways to actually fuel our graveyard and get our strong monsters in there so we can resurrect them. And moving on, he has an even greater effect. So you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, then target one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster in your graveyard, send this card to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon that monster. So basically you send this card and one card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon a dragon from your graveyard, which is very, very cool stuff. You basically use him, battle into something, get a card in the graveyard, and then go to town. So he's really, really cool when it comes to that, and he's come in clutch for me so many times. This guy and one of the cards can get you a Blue Eyes or a White Knight Dragon, which is so much fun. It's a good recovery play. Now moving on to our final monster, we have the Paladin of Felgrand. If this card is normal or special summon, you can equip one level 7 or 8 dragon type monster from your hand or deck to this card, and this card is unaffected by other monster effects while equipped with a card. So very, very useful stuff. This guy can actually wall against Sylvans, which is kind of interesting. I once played a game against Sylvans in the lower ranks, and they martial leaf me. It just didn't work because I'm immune to monster effects. So super, super useful. But what I think is more useful is the fact that you can search your hand or deck, which means you can get at your Arc Brave if you need it. You can get at your White Knight or your Blue Eyes if you need it from the deck and equip it with this guy. And then at any point in time, whenever you're ready or when he gets sent to the graveyard, you'll get that fuel in the graveyard as well. So very, very, very useful stuff. And of course, as I mentioned, we have Blue Eyes that I found a monster. And I don't think I've said it, but this guy has the same effect as Guardian of Felgrand. You can send him and one other monster to the graveyard, and then especially someone at level 7 or 8 dragon monster. So very, very powerful. Now moving on to our spell and trap lineup, the first thing we have is Double Cyclone. This card lets us destroy one spell and trap card we control, and then one spell and trap card our opponent controls. So very, very useful because you're able to get your dragons that are equipped to your monsters into the graveyard. Plus we have Powerful Rebirth in the back, which is going to linger a little bit, so it's kind of good to be able to destroy it. And then moving on to our next spell, we have Majesty with Eyes of Blue, a very, very useful card for getting Blue Eyes in the graveyard. Send one Blue Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, then target one face-up monster on the field. It cannot attack while it's face-up on the field, and you can only activate one of this card per turn, which is kind of pointless because you only get one in the game. But I think it's very, very useful. You can shut down some really, really big threats kind of indefinitely, like enemy control and stuff like that. You know, they'll stop it for a turn, but this thing, once it's hit by this effect, it cannot attack unless it gets flipped face down and back up again, which you don't see a lot of monsters doing. Then, of course, our next spell, we have Enemy Control. You guys know what this card is all about. It's just a really great card. And then finally, we have Powerful Rebirth. Activate this card by targeting a level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard. Special summon that and increase level by 1 and attack by 100. So this card is actually super useful because, of course, lets us get our level 4 or lowers back. And, of course, when this guy's resurrected or that guy's resurrected, we're able to then equip them with cards. And, of course, this boy is able to then send himself to the graveyard and one other card to then resurrect a dragon from the graveyard instead. So very, very, very powerful stuff. Absolutely loving this deck. It's not the best deck in the world, but it's definitely a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's jump into our first duel. Alright guys, so here we are against our first opponent in Gold Rank 2, and of course you guys can see we're Gold Rank 4, so we're somewhat up there, but we still got a ways to go. So we're probably not going to get out of this rank anytime soon, but maybe we can get to Gold Rank 5. We'll see how it goes. Also, I kind of feel like our little explanation was a bit long-winded, so hopefully you guys kind of didn't mind how long I took to explain that deck. And of course, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm running Restart because this deck is very, very bricky. But we have a pretty good hand right now, so we're not going to change our skill, or we're not going to use our skill. I think all we'll do is we will just set Enemy Controller, set Powerful Rebirth, and summon our Knight. I'd like to use Guardian of Felgrand, but I can't because I have nothing in hand or nothing in the graveyard to equip him with. So we'll just leave him for now. I mean, ideally, you want to have a Dragon Knight of Creation actually attack into a monster, so you kind of want to go second when you have this card in hand, but it's fine. Like, if you want to go first, or if you're going to go first, you want to use Paladin of Felgrand to then set up an equip spell that's going to go to the graveyard, an equipped spell monster that you want to go to the graveyard. Or, of course, if you go second, you want this boy, the Dragon Knight, in order to attack and, you know, send a monster to the graveyard that way. But the deck actually works out pretty well if you can get the combos going. The problem is it's kind of slow. It's like a 2 to 3 turn. But once you get it going and you have fuel in the graveyard, it does work. It's really fun. So hopefully I can kind of showcase that to you guys in this video at some point if our opponent actually, what do you call it, plays games. Also, it's important to note that our opponent has grit. I don't know if you guys saw that. I only just looked at it just now, but yeah, he has grit, which means he might meme with the 1 HP, and I'm not even sure, or the 1 LP, not health points or hit points, it's life points. But yeah, I'm not too sure if we're gonna know when he has grit. Like, I guess they wouldn't tell you because if you knew, you'd just wait till next turn to attack, but it's going to be a real tilter if we go for game and he has 1 HP, 1 life point. I don't know why I'm saying HP. It's like I've been playing too many games with HP when all I play is bloody Yu-Gi-Oh! It's weird. Anyway, I don't think our opponent's going to make a move, so we might as well just wait here until they DC. We might as well wait 5 minutes. Or I guess I'll catch up with you guys when they start playing cards. Alright, so our opponents finally started playing some cards, and they get their... Okay, so... Did that guy just surrender because he misclicked his co-mushroomer? Is that what just happened? I'm so bamboozled. But hey, we got to win. We got to win. I'm assuming he meant to set the co-mushroomer when he put it in attack, because he was like, alright, I give up. Okay, moving on to the next duel then. And I guess that means we'll go for 4 duels, because that really does not count. I mean, sure, I was in that duel for a good 3 minutes, but what you guys saw was probably like 1 max. Let's go for another one. Hopefully we can find an opponent who will actually play the game, which would be wonderful. But yeah, I'm assuming that he meant to set it, and then because he misclicked, he surrendered. I've definitely done that before. But I feel like you'd have to be on quite the tilt to just instantly surrender, or just have a bad hand. immediately saying that I once drew like 3 dead hands from this deck back to back, even with the restart, and I was like, cool, surrender on the 3rd one. I was like, I don't care. Alright. This is a decent hand. It's not the best, but we can make it work. I kind of wish I knew if I was going 1st or 2nd, to be quite honest. I really wish I knew that, and I should have checked that. But I don't know. I always kind of let it slip by, and it's super important when you use restart to know whether you're going 1st or 2nd. And it looks like we have another person who isn't going to play the game, because look, he's trying to take forever to take... Oh, there we go. He's restarting. All right, let's see what he has. Ooh. So it looks like a Blue Eyes Ultimate deck. No, we won't use a skill. I feel like I feel bad using my skill when I have a monster to summon, because it's just I don't know, it's a meme. We'll set one of these boys, and we'll set one of these boys, and we'll end our turn. Now, I haven't used Double Cyclone a lot, but I absolutely love the card. And it's kind of cool that it's going to work well with this deck. I don't know if I'm going to pop White Knight Dragon straight away. I'd like to keep my monster effect immunity. We'll see how it goes. Oh, my game froze. Okay, no it didn't. I don't know if you saw that, but the this square that I clicked just kept glowing forever. Unendingly. Go battle, yes. Alright, I'm gonna turn my toggle on just in case. I'm gonna enemy controller. I'm gonna change his monster to defense position. And then I'm gonna double Cyclone. I'm gonna destroy my Econ. And destroy his back row. And boom. Look at that. See, double Cyclone goes well with quick wear spells and stuff like that. So I can pretty much double Cyclone any spell / trap card I have in this entire deck. And looks like I can do the exact same thing again. Okay, turn the toggle off now. That's enough. Set this boy face down. Do the same thing again. We have the exact same set row. That's kind of wild. I'd ideally like to be able to summon a dragon in this duel, but it doesn't look like it. And apparently our opponent's disconnecting, if you guys see that symbol in the top right. Okay, no, he's still here. He's still here. He has 4 cards. He's got plenty of room to play around with. Exploded dragon. I think I might let that go through. Because he'll still get destroyed. Yeah. I'll let that go through. It sounds a little bit crazy because I need to top deck a monster that I can summon. But regardless, I'm going to have to get destroyed with this card's effect anyway. At some point. Like, something has to go. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. I'm unaffected by monster effects. I completely forgot. Oh, Arcbrave, hello. I want you in the graveyard, but you're in my hand. That's cool. That guy must be so salty. He must be so confused. He must be so confused. Imagine if I made the Econ play. You guys would have been yelling at me in the comment section. So I'm glad I didn't do that. I don't know. I always forget. I'm just like, oh, this guy hasn't equipped, but it doesn't do anything. That's kind of what it is in my head. But no, he actually has some cool effects. What's that? Man-eater bug? I hope so, because it's not going to help you. Okay, can I get a monster that I can summon? Hey, that's the way. If it is man-eater bug, I might get binned. Alright, calm down. Oh no, Kid Moto. But do I want to? No, I can't. I kind of want to send an Arcbrave, but I can't send an Arcbrave because I won't be able to summon anything. Oh my God, Blue Eyes, why Dragon? Oh, see, he made the rookie misplay. I'm just gonna showboat my Prismatic, and then I'm gonna win the duel. Thanks, boss. I'll take this. Send my Blue Eyes to the graveyard to take his Blue Eyes. Note to self, or note to everyone watching this video. If you summon a monster during your opponent's turn and they have any way look like they have spell or trap cards in the field, mostly, you know, spell cards ideally, or specifically, put your monster in defense position, especially if your defense is higher than all my attacks. Like, save yourself the humiliation of getting binned by enemy controller like that. Because if you put that in defense mode, I would have had trouble dealing with it. I mean, I could have definitely, but I still would have had trouble. So, it's one of those things. Anyway, that's match number 1, quote-unquote number 1 in brackets, I guess, because it's kind of number 2. But let's jump into our next duel, and hopefully we have just as much success. And I kind of want to cut it, but when the match starts right away anyway, because this game, I love this game because you find matches so quickly. It's so good. Like, even back when they used to make it so that you'd only find people of your exact same rank. So gold 4 only finds gold 4. Like, even then it was still really fast. So we got gold 2 this time with my Valentine. Yo, speaking of my Valentine, I was farming this morning, or doing something this morning. I think I was using this deck on when I was grinding it before. And I got Heartbeat Underground after all these years. Oh, okay, I don't know how I feel about this. But there's 2 Knights of Dawn Dragon creation, man, which is amazing. What has she got? Interesting stuff. Okay. I'm gonna say no. Good, thank you. I want to have a spell or trap card on the field. Like, I want to be able to have one, but I don't want to put this hand away because it's actually so powerful. It's a little less powerful now because she didn't summon a monster. But, whoops. Let's do this. Let's get White Knight out. If she floodgates me, will my effect just not activate because it can't be equipped? I'm sure that's what will happen. I'm just saying that because I know that she has Floodgate. She sent in a Blue Eyes, an enemy controller, a Floodgate, and a Sabersaurus. Which, honestly, is really interesting to me. They sent Sabersaurus. Like, I don't really see Blue Eyes and Sabersaurus being like a dynamic duo, but apparently they are. Now, please don't do something mean to me. That's so mean! I would do the same thing. Also, I haven't seen a single spell or trap yet. I mean, I know I don't have that many in the deck. I'm pretty sure I only have 8. But still. Still, that's a lot. Another swift 10. I think they bricked. Oh my. Which one do we destroy, guys? We're gonna do this one? Yeah. Damn it. That was the pointless one. Alright, now what we'll do... No! Sure, why not? Because I can still make use of this guy while he's there. Get my White Knight Dragon out. And now White Knight Dragon is safe to be summoned in attack position because he can't get econ. Like I said, negate spell and traps, man. It's pretty powerful stuff. Alright, so now the one misplay I made here is that now that I have no dragon in my graveyard, I can't use Dragon Knight's effect and then like send one and then resurrect another. So that kind of sucks. But, oh my god. So many dragons in hand, no back row. I'm going to attack with this guy for many reasons. This is just a normal monster beatdown. What am I sending? Blue Eyes is the only thing I have. Cool. And now I can use this effect and let's have White Knight attack directly for game. I love White Knight Dragon, man. It's like... I'm happy that I got it, even though I'm kind of, like, not very impressed with the box as a whole. I think White Knight Dragon is really fun, and I'm having a lot of fun using it. And, like, I have 2 Blue Eyes, but I always prefer to summon White Knight because it has an effect, and I don't have much Blue Eyes support. The only Blue Eyes support I have is the one that gets him in the graveyard. What's this? What skill did I get? Draw Sense Light. Kind of sad. I've been getting skills like crazy today. I've already got 3 skills for Yugi since I started playing with him for, like, an hour. Because I did a bit of games before this video. And let me have a look at this deck real quick. I'm just so confused. So it's a bunch of normal beatdown and then of course an engine to summon Blue Eyes. It's something. It's something. Did they have a prismatic Hey Trunate? Or am I just crazy? I swear there's because I have one. I was gonna say, does everyone have one? I don't even know. What was I saying? Yeah, the only support I have for Blue Eyes is that card that's sent to the graveyard, which is... It's honestly there to support the rest of the engine, not to support Blue Eyes. So, it is what it is. Alright, we're going first. We have to remember that. Like I said, super important information. Whether or not I want a hand can depend on whether I'm going first or not. This is the hand that I understand. You have no idea, my dudes. You have no idea. Yo, speaking of hands I understand. I had a hand that I really, really understood the other day. Right? But, fun fact, my opponent had straight flush after I set an entire back row. And I was like, okay, thanks for that. It was a mad tilter. Alright. See, the good thing about double cycling right here now is that, like, I can use it for free and destroy this Blue Eyes if my opponent attacks me with something. Oh no. What? Okay. I forgot this card existed, and I can't believe people actually use it. What's the ruling? If your opponent controls 2 or more spell and trap cards than you do, and you control none, you can activate the card from hand. I like, ooh, ties that bind. That's so cute. Nah, I don't want to use that. What's my other card? Oh, Rebirth, dude. Alright, so let's do this. Summon the boy. And we'll wait on that. Let me turn my toggle button on real quick. I just want to do this. I want to see if I can do this. Use Felgrand's effect to then... Not yet. To then equip Archbrave. Then it's... Yeah, cards been equipped. Then I'm going to use Double Cyclone. Destroying Archbrave. To destroy that back row. Metamorph. Okay, that's a good target. Ooh, mate. Mate, watch the field get full of dragons right now. Watch the field blow up with dragons. Watch this man have like wall disruption face down. I get binned. Send that to the graveyard. We'll get Archbrave back. Send that. Summon Archbrave. I'm gonna put this guy in defense position because he doesn't need to attack right now. Just in case they have the wall. Looks like they have nothing. Actually, I did need him to attack, so my opponent got lucky because I was an idiot and didn't do math. I completely forgot that Archbrave Dragon wasn't White Knight and had lower attack, but it's okay. They only have 2 cards to make the comeback. It's fine. We should be alright. We should be okay. And even if they make a comeback, as soon as Archbrave Dragon leaves the field, we get a dragon back. Well, not as soon as, in the next standby phase afterwards, so. Regardless of what happens, we're going to start this turn with an Archbrave, or with a dragon on the field. Either White Knight or Blue Eyes. Or Archbrave, if they destroy the other 2 and not Archbrave. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, guys. But you could admit, it's a pretty cheeky play. Get the Felgrand back, equip the Archbrave, destroy it straight away. What is my opponent going to do, huh? It's your move, twin, because we're both playing Yugi. I know, okay, guys, I know, first of all, I know that Kaiba is on the thumbnail, and that I should be using this deck with Kaiba because he also has restart, but my Kaiba doesn't have restart because I don't use him online because he doesn't have restart. Synchro boost! Oh, he was doing, what? He's trying real hard. I'm pretty sure this is the Dragonic Knights thinger. No, don't do it. Wow. Hey, you cleared up my back row. Thanks for that. I always forget that Powerful Rebirth goes away if the monster is destroyed. I'm just so used to it just sticking around. So I always forget that. Always forget. Let's go. Enemy controller. We'll set it. God, turn off toggle. He couldn't use his card last turn. I doubt he can use this turn. Let's go for it. Blue Eyes, lay waste to your enemy. White Lightning. Hurry up. That voice actually kind of killed me. Okay, I was gonna say last turn he didn't have any activation window, but this turn he took forever to activate something or to not activate something. I don't even know. My Kaiba voice killed my voice. Good lord. Anyway, that's only been like 20 minutes of duel, so I think we'll go for one more. But really quickly before we do that, I'm gonna get a drink. So I'll catch up with you guys when we find our next duel. Alright, so we found our final opponent, someone in Gold Rank 1 who was King of Games a long time ago, but that's not important. And hopefully we can come through with another win here, because that'd be absolutely amazing. And maybe, just maybe, no. I was gonna say, maybe, just maybe, we're gonna have a rank up match, but I think the next match will be a rank up match. Alright. Field of the Warriors. We have a glorious hand. Not using the skill. Honestly, seeing Powerful Rebirth and any monsters, any level 4 monsters is glorious. And of course, Guardian Felgrand if we draw a big boy. Oh no, this is trouble. This is so much trouble. That wrong card.
my turn. It's my turn. I draw.
I don't think we can beat this. Hang on, let me read this card. Once per turn during the battle phase, you can special summon one Amazoness monster from your hand, and if you do, it gains 500 attack until the end of this turn. This card is the field. After damage calculation, if your Amazoness monster battled an opponent's monster while this card is already facing a new spell, type card, you can banish that opponent's monster. Wow. That is so powerful.
I know just what I need. I summon my monster.
Yo, shout out to the Field of the Warriors. Thanks, balls. And what does she do? She searches. I know that. Oh my god, she has a big name. Big wall of text. Alright. During the player's turn, when a spell or trap with wrong card, when this card becomes Amazon's equivalent on the field, with an also you can search one Amazon's spell trap from your deck to your hand. You can use this effect once per turn. When this card declares attack, you can send one other card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Oh my god! From your deck? Wild. I love it.
Let's see you get past this.
So they're gonna flip their card. They're gonna summon another monster.
Special summon a monster.
Yes. Not the other thing.
Let's see you get past this. My monster attacks me.
I forgot to get banished. Lol. I think I lose this turn. That thing has so much attack. Oh, but it only gets the attack for the end of the turn. Okay. I was gonna say it's pretty powerful.
I summon a monster.
No.
I activate a continue let's battle. Alright. You asked for it.
Oh, I'm gonna live
Take
barely.
the life points directly.
Okay, I feel that.
My monster's effect shouldn't get your hopes up yet.
No.
Alright. You asked for it.
How do I get around that spell though?
Your life points directly.
Now, this is attacks or battles?
Around my turn.
Attacks.
I draw.
Okay. Man, that trap card is ridiculously strong.
I know just what I need. I summon a monster in attack position.
With such little life points left, I don't know how to win this. Because my monster's just going to get banished. Oh, man.
My monster's effect activates.
Don't need this guy anymore. Get White Knight Dragon back. No, I'm not chaining that. I was confused for a second.
I know just what I need. I special summon a monster. Battle.
Wait, why did I set my econ? Oh god, I lost the game because of that.
Let's see you get past this. My monster attacks. Ah, sweet. My continuous trap activates.
That's such a wild ability, man.
Let's do this.
Such a wild ability.
Special summon a monster.
Yes. The middle one.
Let's see you get past this.
Oh man, if I could summon Arcbrave right now, I would have been in such a good shape. In fact, I should have thought of that earlier.
My continuous trap
If I had thought of summoning Arcbrave earlier, I would have been so fine. Damn it.
my turn.
I'm disappointed because I could have done a lot better in this duel.
One messes with
I could have done so much better in this duel.
my
But it's cool to see how these Amazoness work, because I definitely want to run this deck soon. I'm going to try and climb to King of Games with it, because I hear it's really good.
activate a continuous spell.
Okay. Oh my god.
Battle. Lights out. I attack.
I refuse!
Just what I was waiting for. I reveal my face down card.
I don't think it really mattered what I summoned, but I guess it's going to let me get...
I special
Oh, I didn't even have a dragon in my graveyard. What am I doing?
My continuous trap activates.
Because had I summoned Arcbrave Dragon, I would have been able to wipe their entire field, but...
Am
I guess I was so concerned with the idea that if I get Arcbrave first, I won't be able to use his effect to summon something else. I decided I'll get White Knight first, but had I gotten it, I would have been able to wipe their field of at least 3 face-up cards. They would have been completely empty. Oh man, it would have been ridiculous. I misplayed. Arcbrave Dragon won me that duel. I was able to get White Knight out. If I was able to get Arcbrave out, I would have won. He would have been boosted to 3,000 like the rest of my monsters, and my opponent would have had no resources to help them come back. So I misplayed hard. I misplayed really, really hard. But hey, every misplay is a learning experience. So I just gotta remember, like, I knew from the start that they were using Amazonis, and that, you know, were they to then, you know, get their combos off, they're all about having face up back row, making Arc Brave super useful. So it is what it is. I had a lot of fun. Let's see what I can learn from this deck, because I know it's powerful. I've heard it's very powerful, and this is the big card, of course, because it banishes monsters. If it didn't banish monsters, I would have been so much better off, because I would have been able to resurrect my my Paladin and get my Felgrand, and so many good things could have happened. So who knows, man. We could have gone a lot better. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. We did pretty well. We won like 4 in a row, I think, and the 5th one we lost, which I'm okay with that. And then you guys see my little win streak before that. But yeah, I love this deck. It's a lot of fun. If you guys are in low ranks and you want to try out this deck, I definitely recommend it. However, it's important to note that this deck requires 3 of the most recent structure deck in order to get 3 of the card of the Dragon Knight of Creation, which is probably one of the most important cards in the deck. So it kind of sucks in that sense that you need to kind of put down money to actually get this deck. But if you like dragons, you want to have fun with them, this is definitely a fun deck for gold rank. And I'm not sure how well it will perform in platinum. I might give it a go. Maybe I can tweak it to make it work better in platinum, and hopefully we can have another video on it sometime soon. I don't know. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap things up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck and this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. And of course, if you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links PvP in the future, hit that subscribe button also, because there'll be plenty more coming very, very soon. Either way, I want to thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.